In today's video, we're going to be looking at some of the features as well as the setup on this style GE remote control coming up next. Hey everybody, Rudy here from Take a Bath Productions with another video helping you fix various things. Today we're working with this GE 4-device remote control. It happens to be model 34457. If you want to look at it or purchase it, see the description below for the link. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, first things first, as with any remote control, make sure you're starting out with a good set of batteries. Sometimes a marginal battery will prevent the remote from programming correctly. The batteries go in the back, right here, under the slide plate, and if you take the batteries out, the little sticker right here is where the model number is at, and of course this one is 34457. So we'll put the batteries back in. So a couple of neat features this thing has is, first of all, it has a battery saver. So if your remote gets caught between the couch cushions or something like that, and just say the button is depressed, if that's pressed for more than about 8 to 10 seconds, it automatically shuts the remote down. There you have it. And two, if the batteries die and you pull the batteries out, you have up to about 10 minutes to replace the batteries and it won't lose all the codes that you've programmed in there. So that's kind of a neat feature. Most of these buttons are self-explanatory, but there are a couple I wanted to mention. The setup button here is the one that we're going to be using most of the time to get it in program mode. And also these colored ABCD buttons are used for additional features for DVRs and cable and satellite receivers. So there are two ways that you can program this remote. One is going to be the most common and the easiest, is going to be the direct code entry, and you're going to get those codes from this code list right here, and I'm going to take some still pictures of that and post it at the end of the video. And if you don't see your code listed on there, I'm going to also post a link in the website below where you can go to that website and hopefully find your code there. And two, if that doesn't work, it's the auto code search, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. So we'll start out with direct code entry. So you're going to locate your code list for the brand device that you want to program, and remember to write down the codes. You might need more than one code. Some codes may only partially work. It might turn on the unit and the volume doesn't work, or the channel up and down doesn't work. So there's usually 4 or 5 codes, maybe even more than that sometimes, and you may need the third or fourth code. I mean, who knows which one it's going to be. A lot of times it's the first code. Okay, so in this example we're going to be working with an RCA TV. I'm not going to do it yet, but what you're going to do is push and hold the setup button, and then whichever device you want to use. In this case I'm working with TV. By the way, you can use any of these device buttons to control any device. So if you want to put your cable box on the auxiliary or the DVD on TV, you can do that. I mean, it'll be confusing, of course, but the real reason you would want to do that is, say, if you had a second TV you wanted to control, you could put that on auxiliary, or you could put it on DVD. If you don't have a DVD, and you know what I mean, you can swap them around. It's pretty easy. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Push setup. Red light came on. Push the device button. In this case, I'll be working with a TV. Now enter the numeric code. In my case, it's 0131. There, the power light went off. And this is an example of why you need to try multiple codes. Mine was the third code before it worked. So like I said earlier, if your code only partially works, just try more codes. You wouldn't believe how many comments I've had on my other videos on this very issue. So the procedure is the same for any other device that you want to set up. Just use the appropriate device button. Okay, so let's try out the TV. All right, power's on. Yep. volume up, volume down, input, power's off. Yep, working fine, working fine. Okay, so I'm just going to try one more example for you real quick. Push and hold the setup button again. Power light came on. This time I'm going to be using a sound bar. So we're going to put that under auxiliary. This is my Bose sound bar and the code is 0466. Power light went off. Okay, let's test it. Alright, don't forget to push the appropriate device button. In my case, it's auxiliary. Power on. Yep, power's on. Volume up. See the green light flashing? Power volume down. Mute. Yep, it's all working. Power back off. So if you don't find a code that works your device, you can use auto code search in the next section of this video. Unfortunately, this isn't a learning remote, so you can't program the functions into the remote using the original remote for the device. So manually turn on the device that you want to try to find the code for and press and hold setup until the power light comes on. And in this case, we're looking for a TV code. Alright, so push power. See that? What that's doing is it's firing off 10 codes at a time. You may have to do this several times as the remote has to go through all the codes in memory. So if you're at the end of the list that's in the memory, you're going to have to cycle through hundreds of codes 10 at a time. So for the sake of time, we'll just pretend it worked after 25 codes. Okay, we'll push it twice. Okay, there's 20 codes, nothing worked. Push it again. Oh, the TV turned off. We're just pretending that. Okay, so it must have been one of those 10 codes. So what you're going to want to do is manually turn the device back on, and with the remote pointed at the device, press and release the volume up button. Okay, that's going to cycle through that batch of 10 codes one at a time. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just hypothetically saying 25 codes. Okay, there's 25 codes. Yep, the TV turned off. Now press and release the device button that you originally pushed to begin with, and that sets the code in there. As before, if you found a code that's only partially working, you may have to do this again to find a better code. So next time you'll know not to stop on the first code that works, for example, because that was the one that was partially working. So you'll have to go through those codes again until you find a better code. If you pass the code by too far, you say your TV turned off and then you hit it one more time and now it doesn't work anymore, push the minus button and that'll go back in the code list. Okay, another neat feature that this remote has is the master volume feature. This feature allows you to select a device that the volume buttons always control. For example, if you're wanting to use a sound bar or an amplifier to control the volume of your TV, you want to still be able to control the TV and the sound bar volume without switching back and forth constantly. So you can program this to control the volume on the sound bar, but it won't affect the TV volume. Okay, so to enter this mode, push and release the setup button again. And in this case, we're going to press and release the device button that we want to control the volume with. That's going to be auxiliary. Then mute and volume up. Just like that. You should get 2 blinks on the power button. And now whenever you control the volume, it's running up and down the volume on the auxiliary. So if you don't like this feature, to disable it, you would just do the opposite. We go setup, aux, because that's the device we used before, mute, and then volume down is the only difference. You got 2 blinks on the power light, and now it's disabled, so now it'll control the volume on the TV. So that's about it. If you feel like you've messed something up and you just want to start over, you can do a factory reset by pushing setup, mute, 0. 2 flashes, and now it's reset back to the way it came out of the box. That's it, folks. Click on the like if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. I come out with videos like this as often as I can. Thanks for watching.